Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, more than we could fit in the title, as a lot has happened in hip-hop music over the last few hours. And today we got an update on Eminem's Houdini that continues to exceed expectations when it comes to the charts and fan reception. And a few hours ago it smashed a 2024 rap/hip-hop record set by Kendrick Lamar. And while this was on, it also hit a new peak that sparked some interesting reactions, which we'll explore in a bit. And we got utter domination on iTunes, a recent report revealed. And today we also have an update on the story we covered in the last video, when Drake was getting dragged for his latest collaboration, a remix of Hey There Delilah with a Jamaican spin, Wagwan Delilah. And the backlash continues, so much so that Drake is being compared to MGK at the moment. We never thought we'd live to see the day, but here we are, and we'll expand on this in a bit as the L continues for Drake, who put the final nail in the coffin when he decided to take down his Kendrick Lamar diss track. And this is the second time this is happening, although this time around a cease and desist letter wasn't needed. And we even got word from Alchemist about Kendrick using his beat on Meet the Grahams to diss Drake. And at the latter part of the video, we have one that continues the trend of Jay-Z's former associates sharing stories about him that ruffles feathers on social media. As if you were with us a few days ago, we covered the story of when Dame Dash revealed Jay-Z was pretty much a poser when he made the song Big Pimpin'. As Dame revealed,
everything Jay said, he was pretending to be me, yes.
Ooh.
And this time we got another story from Jay-Z former associate and Rockefeller rapper Oskino, who slammed Jay-Z for not looking out for Beanie Sigel back in the 2000s. And boy, this has sparked split reactions, which we'll get to later, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on this one. And starting with Drake, two things happened over the last few hours that got hip-hop fans on his neck. The first one we covered in the last video when he dropped Wagwan Delilah.
Wagwan Delilah, double date me if you like me. Brought my chronom for your bestie. Sorry, he's wearing a shiesty, he's not beat. It's just too smoky in these streets. You're looking sweet.
And like we already covered, fans have blamed Kendrick Lamar for cooking him a bit too much. But we got more that went viral on social media linked to this, as some took it up a notch with, remember when M massacred MGK so hard that he completely switched genres for like 4 years? This might be worse. And apparently the backstory behind Wagwan Delilah confirms our theories that Drake was trolling. Check this out. LOL, it is just a joke song from what I've heard. I think the main dude's some comedian in Toronto or something. However, based on the fact that he's just coming off the battle with Kendrick that most hip-hop fans believe he lost, this response blew up. This is not a joke you tell publicly after getting dragged around the globe. And to make matters worse, when this was on, Drake decided to take down his Kendrick Lamar diss from IG, The Heart Part 6. And boy, Drake just made matters worse for his fanbase as posts like these blew up. Drake deleted The Heart Part 6 from IG, loudly crying emojis. Yeah, the winner is as clear as day now, if it wasn't already. This is similar to what J. Cole did to his fans after they went to war for him and argued that to pimp a butterfly isn't that great, only for J. Cole to take down his diss and apologize that left his fans with eggs on their faces. This is not as bad, but it is in that lane, as this also went viral. Surely there aren't any more humans on this earth that still think Drake won the battle, right? And this blew up. Bro has officially acknowledged his L. And if you're watching this and all this time you believed that Drake won, how do you feel now that Drake has deleted the diss off IG? Because as far as I know, even MGK loves to pretend that he won, even though he chose to seek greener pastures in pop punk after he got nuked by Killshot. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts later, especially the claims that this might be worse for Drake than it was for MGK, as personally I'm still in shock that we can even have a conversation like this in 2024. And Alchemist recently spoke on the fact that Kendrick used his beat on Meet the Grahams to diss Drake, as after he was asked Questlove made it known that you weren't aware Kendrick was gonna use your beat on Meet the Grams. Did it bother you that Kendrick did that? Was it okay with you that Questlove gave us that information? To which Alchemist responded, nah. But I was extremely bothered and downright livid when I realized that all these years I did not know that Captain Crunch's full name was Horatio Magellan Crunch. Suffice to say, he doesn't give a. And moving on to the next point, Eminem's Houdini continues to rise on Spotify, as while fans yesterday were in shock that it hit a new peak on its 4th day, the 5th day reports came in a few hours ago, and check it out. Eminem's Houdini reaches a new peak of 8.7 million daily streams on Spotify. It is now inside the top 25 biggest streaming days of all time for a rap song. And while this already sparked conversations like this is not normal, this man is 51 and 2 decades into his career. We are about to witness his 3rd peak. Goat emoji. We are still getting quotes from Killshot. I'd rather be 80-year-old me than 20-year-old you in response to this, as this was Eminem's way of saying he'd rather be on his deathbed, ready to check out, than start life all over as an MGK.
Damn.
And as it stands, based on lead streams on global Spotify, Eminem is currently the most streamed rapper in the world, based on daily streams on the platform, over 30 million streams yesterday. And over on YouTube, Eminem set the hip-hop record in 2024 with Houdini. Check it out. Eminem's Houdini breaks the record for the most views in a week for a rap song on YouTube in 2024, 38 million. It took only 5 days of the tracking week to do so, and as it stands, we are already over 40 million streams in just 5 days, and the previous record was held by Not Like Us that did 37 million in 7 days. And boy, the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar battle is still on, as some Drake fans have used this to take digs at Kendrick. Eminem don't got a beef with Drake to break records, cause he actually fire. Since if you don't know, due to the fact that Kendrick was smashing records held by Drake with his diss tracks, many Drake fans used it as a dig against Kendrick when they claimed he needed to diss Drake to do numbers. Although the irony is, Drake couldn't match Kendrick's numbers during the battle, which was a shocker, since Drake is actually Mr. Streaming. And some Drake fans are certainly salty. Did that without a rap beef. A certain 4'5" wife beater can't relate. However, a bigger surprise was just around the corner over the last few hours, this time from iTunes in the United States, where Eminem occupied the entire top 5 on the hip-hop albums chart in the country, and in the top 20, he occupied 11 spots with his albums. And it had to be said, that's just ridiculous after just dropping one real lead song in years. Man released one single and you'd think he just dropped an album. Even for Eminem, this is unbelievable. Clearing out the entire top 5 is madness, and you can see why some choose to hate, not gonna lie. And Houdini is like a rising tide for Eminem's catalog. At the moment, everything is going up, as Without Me on Spotify just earned its biggest daily streams in over 2 years, since February 2022, as it earned over 2.1 million streams yesterday. Although the question remains, while Houdini is locked in for #1 in the United Kingdom, would the US numbers be enough for a #1 debut on Billboard? And moving on to the next point, we got to hear from former Rockefeller rapper Oskino about a Jay-Z story from the 2000s that sparked split reactions from his interview with Say Cheese. First, check out some snippets.
I came to court for Beans, right? When he shot that, allegedly shot somebody. Jay-Z got on the stand. They said, yo, are you going to be responsible for him if we let you go? Jay-Z said, no. Bro, I was there. My son was little, so this is probably like early 2000s. This ain't hearsay. This is me there in the courtroom.
So wait. The judge asked Jay-Z, would he be responsible for Beans?
Would you be responsible? If we let him go today, would you be responsible for him? He said, no. And when I was just thinking, like, what did he come to court for then? If you're going to say that, I'm like, mind you, this is my thing. If I got a homie, all I got to do is say I'm responsible for him to get out. I'm saying it every time because if he kills somebody, he can't charge me with it. I mean, plus I got enough money to put him up somewhere anyway if I wanted to, but like, the judge basically just trying to give him an out to be able to get out. Just say yeah. He said no, bro. And nobody didn't say nothing. Nobody didn't flinch it. I'm looking, mind you, I'm a jail nigga, so I'm looking like, But nobody not appalled. Nobody not saying nothing. They act like it was normal. Well, he don't want to be responsible for a grown. Bro, he not gonna really have to. There's nowhere in the law that say, well, if you say responsible for him, he get out and do something, I'm gonna charge you. You can't be charged with nothing. You know what I'm saying? He just said no, nigga, I'm not fucking with you. So I just be like, yo, I always thought maybe I was too street in my thinking. Maybe I'm just too street and I don't understand, maybe he's being more responsible than I'm capable of knowing about. But I just looked at it like, man, these balls is different. My thing is, don't come to court for me if you're gonna say that.
And this blew up on Twitter that sparked split reactions, as while some believe Hove grimy for letting his mans sit in jail like that, shake my head. Others have hit back from multiple perspectives. On one end, Jay-Z is getting props, and he was smart not to. Why be held liable for someone who got a second chance and still couldn't go straight? He should have thought about the position he was putting Jay in, seeing where and what he was building, and did build. It is a two-way street. And on Jay-Z being responsible for beans, check this out. He could not be criminally charged, but could be held liable in civil court for negligent supervision for not taking reasonable steps to prevent Beanie from harming someone else. While under his court-ordered supervision, I wouldn't do it because even if I beat it, it would cost. And some have shut down all the long talk with this. Why would Jay-Z say yes to babysitting an adult, one who is not trustworthy? I may have said yes, but then to each his own. As regardless, some have concluded that no grown man should be a babysitter for another adult. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on these topics, as some have reached the point of calling Jay-Z. Check this out. Jay-Z definitely self-racist, loudly crying emoji. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.